What's up, YouTube? I wanted to come on here and say my losers of the 2024 NBA draft. I did my winners last night after the first round of the draft. Now the whole draft is completely done, but I'm mainly going to be talking about the first round. If you guys want to know my favorite picks of the second round, I'll just give you three. I like Bronny James to the Los Angeles Lakers just because it's a cool moment. First father-son duo to ever play in the NBA. Kyle Filipowski to the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz are having a hell of a draft. Isaiah Collier, Kyle Filipowski, and Cody Williams. And then another pick I liked was Tyler Smith to the Milwaukee Bucks. I thought he could have been a top 20, 25 pick. But anyways, into my losers of the 2024 NBA draft. First up, I got the Atlanta Hawks selecting Zachary Rasache with the number one pick. To me, Zachary Rasache is not the best player in the draft. And when you have the number one pick, to not select the best player in the draft, that's just always going to make you a loser, in my opinion. But it's not the Atlanta Hawks' fault. I mean, Alex Sarr didn't want to play for the Atlanta Hawks. He didn't want to work out for the Atlanta Hawks. He wanted to be a Washington Wizards. So not much you can do in that situation if you're the Atlanta Hawks, but they're losers to me. Second up, I got the Detroit Pistons selecting Ron Holland with the fifth pick. I just don't like this fit, for both sides. I don't like this fit for Ron Holland, and I don't like this fit for the Detroit Pistons. I actually like Ron Holland a lot as a prospect, but for me, going to a team that already struggles shooting and your worst trait is shooting, that's just never going to mesh well. I don't know what the Pistons are doing. They don't know how to build around Cade Cunningham, which honestly sucks. I think they could have traded back, honestly, and selected a guy like Dalton Knecht. They really need shooting on this team. So to draft a non-shooter, that's an L to me, honestly. But I really like Ron Holland. Next up, I got the Charlotte Hornets drafting Tajon Salon with pick 6. To me, this is poor asset management, and that's why the Hornets are a loser in my opinion. Tajon Salon, I think he's a fine player. He's a very raw prospect. I think you could have traded back and maybe to 12 or 14, and Salon still would have been there. So like I said, poor asset management. That's just a reach at 6 to me. So yeah, Charlotte Hornets are losers to me. I really want them to build around LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller also as well. I think Brandon Miller honestly could be the best player on the Hornets. What he showed in his rookie season was special, but I'm really high on LaMelo Ball as well. I'm really high on both of those guys, and I really want the Hornets to succeed, but I'm not sure. Hopefully Tajon Salon could put all that potential together, but who knows. Next up, I got the Milwaukee Bucks selecting A.J. Johnson with the 23rd or 24th? 23rd pick in the draft. I think him and Tyler Smith, who they later selected in the second round, could swap positions in the draft, and that would make much more sense. I just thought it was a reach at 23. I don't think anyone was taking him inside the top 35 picks, if I'm being honest, which sucks to say because A.J. Johnson is from the same hometown as me. So it kind of sucks to, I guess, shit on him a little bit. I'm not really shitting on him. I'm mostly shitting on, the Bucks, but I mean, I just don't think he's an impact player right away. I think he's a potential pick. He's only 19 years old. He's I think he's below 170 pounds, which is not NBA ready in my opinion. And if you're the Bucks trying to win, you got Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo on your team. You need to draft a player that can make an impact right away, and AJ Johnson is not that. I'm sorry, he is just not that. So the Milwaukee Bucks are definitely losers, and that's all my losers for the 2024 NBA draft. I know it was a short list, but honestly, not too many losers. A team that I really think did a great job that I believe I mentioned actually in my winners video was the Utah Jazz. Selecting Isaiah Collier, Cody Williams, and Kyle Filipowski in the second round. I think I only mentioned Cody Williams and Isaiah Collier because I recorded the winners video after the 2024 NBA draft first round. So in the second round, they ended up selecting Isaiah Filipowski, who was really high on my draft board. So Utah Jazz, Danny Ainge, former Celtic GM, absolutely knows what he's doing. The Utah Jazz cooked. But those were my losers. I want to mention another winner because I didn't get to mention them in my last video. And this is an individual player. It's Bronny James. And honestly, LeBron James. I'm just so proud of Bronny, man. I mean, first father-son duo in the league for LeBron and Bronny James. Just amazing. And a lot of people are trying to hate on Bronny, saying that, it was a reach to take him or not a reach, but they're saying he only got drafted because his father is LeBron James, which I actually don't agree. I think Bronny can actually make an impact on an NBA team. Maybe not right away, but dude, he was the 55th pick in the draft. The 55th pick in the draft, like how many second rounders actually, some second rounders don't ever even get to see the NBA. So to just hate on Bronny because he was the 55th pick in the draft, like come on, dude. And I think he actually has potential as a defender and a playmaker. What else do I want to say about Bronny? I mean, yeah, he went through cardiac arrest earlier this year. So it's just a blessing, you know, when you get to see, like, I saw a video of him getting drafted, and he was obviously emotional. And I just love to see stuff like that, like everything he's been through to make it this far. So, yeah, those were my losers, and I had to add a winner at the end for Bronny James because it was just great to see. And I didn't get to include him, obviously, in my last video for being a winner. So, Bronny James, the Lakers, shout out to the Lakers. They were already on the list of winners, but adding Bronny James, even more winners. And that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys liked my losers and kind of winners of the 2024 NBA draft. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.